This isn't just for Caitlin, but you asked me about Caitlin. If you're going to break a record to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that that player set it. Okay, right. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. We were not talking about Caitlin Clark before Angel Reese walked up to her, did this, and played basketball. It's not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. They've been coming after Caitlin since she was in college, discounting her impact at every turn. But now prominent voices are beginning to change the narrative. If you haven't heard what Lisa Leslie just said about Caitlin, it's got the haters shaking in their sneakers. The basketball legend dropped a truth bomb that's got everyone talking, and it's a breath of fresh air. Leslie's words have sent shockwaves through the league, and for good reason. It's not just what she said. It's what it means for the Indiana Fever and the future of women's basketball. Stick around, because what Lisa said symbolizes something bigger, a shift in how Caitlin Clark will be covered in 2025 and beyond. The narrative ex-players and media have worked so hard to create about Caitlin Clark is falling apart. And I've got the receipts. But first, subscribe to say thanks to Lisa for going against the old guard's bullshit. Okay, so remember when Caitlin Clark first stepped onto a WNBA court? The hype was insane. It would have been understandable if she didn't live up to it. But Clark's rookie season wasn't just good, it was legendary. She didn't just break records, she obliterated them. Let's talk playmaking. In one jaw-dropping game, Clark dished out a mind-blowing 19 assists. 19. That's the WNBA single-game assist record. She was finding teammates in impossible spots, threading needles like a seasoned pro. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Clark set the WNBA single-season rookie record for assists. In the All-Star game, she dropped 10 dimes, the most ever by a rookie. She was redefining what it meant to be a floor general. The hype was justified. And you'd think with all these records falling, everyone would be singing Clark's praises. But instead, she faced a wave of criticism from WNBA veterans. Can you believe it? Here's this rookie playing out of her mind, and some of the league's legends are giving her the side eye. But here's where Clark's impact gets really wild. She transformed the entire WNBA landscape. Let's talk numbers, and trust me, these will blow your mind. WNBA viewership exploded. We're talking a 300% increase in total TV viewership. Clark's games were pulling in an average of 1.2 million viewers. That's 199% more than non-Clark games. She wasn't just playing basketball, she was putting on a show that America couldn't resist tuning in to watch. And merchandise? Sales jumped by 500%. Clark's jersey became the best-selling WNBA jersey of all time. People weren't just watching. They wanted to wear her name on their backs. The Indiana Fever, Clark's team, saw their attendance skyrocket. They averaged more than 17,000 fans per game, becoming the first team in WNBA history to draw over 300,000 fans in a season. Clark wasn't just filling seats, she was packing arenas. Dr. Ryan Brewer, evaluation expert, crunched the numbers and came to a jaw-dropping conclusion. Clark is responsible for 26.5% of the WNBA's league-wide activity for the 2024 season. That includes attendance, merchandise sales, and television viewership. One player over a quarter of the league's activity. That's not just impressive. That's unprecedented. So Clark's rookie season wasn't just historic. It was transformative for the entire WNBA. Told us we have got to find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up. She didn't just play the game. She changed it. She brought in new fans, boosted sales, and put women's basketball on the map in a way we've never seen before. But here's the million-dollar question. If Clark was so good for the league, why were some legends so quick to criticize? Why the pushback against a player who was clearly elevating the entire sport? It's time to dig deeper and find out what's really going on behind the scenes. Is this what we've come to? Tearing down our own rising stars? That's what Chris Evert, tennis legend, had to say about the shocking backlash against Caitlin Clark. Just when Clark should have been celebrating her incredible rookie season, the knives came out. And you won't believe who was wielding them. Let's talk about Cheryl Swoops, 3-time WNBA MVP, 4-time champion, Olympic gold medalist, basically basketball royalty. She took swings at Clark before her first game and throughout the season. And when Caitlin won Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year award, she immediately tried to discount it. Cheryl, I'll start with you. What's your reaction to Caitlin Clark winning Time Magazine Athlete of the Year? I don't think I'm surprised. I'm curious to know who the other candidates were. But wait, it gets worse. Sheila Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, threw shade at Time's decision to feature Clark on its cover. Why do you think that has been the case? Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented. And they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think, are you kidding me? This is like complaining that Michael Jordan got too much attention in the 90s. It's absurd. But here's where it gets really interesting. These weren't just random comments. It felt like a coordinated effort to take Clark down a peg. The criticism got personal. Real personal. Some commentators even suggested Clark's popularity was more about her race than her talent. Jemele Hill, a prominent sports journalist, said we would all be very naive if we didn't say race and her sexuality play a role in her popularity. That's a loaded statement with serious implications. So what's really going on here? Why are these WNBA legends and media personalities so threatened by a rookie's success? It's simple. Fear. Fear of change. The WNBA has been doing things a certain way for a long time, and Clark represents a seismic shift. Think about it. Clark's shattering expectations of what a WNBA player can be. She's bringing in new fans, driving up viewership, and making people care about women's basketball in a way they never have before. And that scares the heck out of the old guard. But there is hope. Enter Lisa Leslie, a true basketball icon. We're talking 4-time Olympic gold medalist, 2-time WNBA champion, and the first player to dunk in a WNBA game. When Leslie speaks, the basketball world listens. And boy, did she have something to say about Clark. Leslie didn't just give Clark a pat on the back. She called her a game changer for the WNBA. Can you imagine? It's like Michael Jordan giving his stamp of approval to a rookie. That's the kind of endorsement that can change a career. But Leslie wasn't alone in this support squad. Angel McCoughtry, another WNBA superstar, stepped up to the plate. She didn't just defend Clark. She praised the entire younger generation of players for paving the way for future opportunities in women's basketball. And then there's Cynthia Cooper, another WNBA legend, joining the Clark fan club. Cooper didn't just praise Clark. Thank you so much.